Hello again, everybody. Welcome to today, Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, where we celebrate the memorial of Saint Teresa of Avila. And so, if we are to recall from the Holy Gospel today, we can continue to hear the accusation to which Jesus made to the Pharisees and the scribes. So if we are to recall from today's gospel, Jesus had really said, "Woe to you, Pharisees and scribes," for many, many things, such as, "Woe to you, Pharisees and scribes, for you pay taxes and mints, but you didn't pay any sort of attention to God." So, what does this remind each and every one of us? How much time do we spend bringing ourselves up towards God? Because many, many times, we too all often fail to really pay close attention to what God has done for each and every one of us, and to come back and to thank the Lord. And so Jesus wants to remind each and every one of us here that all of us should indeed turn ourselves back towards God. That is the first thing that I would like to mention. And then the second thing that I would like to really mention for today's reflection is, "Woe to you, Pharisees and scribes, for you have placed so much work on other people to the extent that you don't lift up one finger." What does this remind each and every one of us? My main focus on reflection is going to be solely on the fact that each and every one of us should strive to continue to serve one another, to not lift up the heavy burden amongst other people. So, what does it mean to lift up burden against other people? All of us here clearly knows how to lift burden to other people. And that is when we continue to let other people go down. And to really put this into example, I'm going to present to you a scenario and how that is going to correlate to what the theme of today's gospel is. And so, let's say that all of us here are working together in a building and construction project, and none of us here knew each other. But then, when seeing that other people are very successful in what they are building, we decide to doubt ourselves, seeing that they have more talent than us. And so what do? We may try to do many other things, such as letting ourselves down, like not willing to put in the work, not willing to really contribute because others are stronger than we are. And so, how does this scenario relate to each and every one of us here? We can at times be like the person who is really looking down amongst ourselves, because we see other people better than us. So we seem to acknowledge ourselves as people who are not really that intelligent in what we are doing. So oftentimes we let other people do the work. And so in this situation and in this scenario, one of the things that we should really do in that case is to strive to learn from others, to try to contribute as much as possible, as overall we are a team that is working on this big project together. God reminds each and every one of us that all of us should strive to help build each other up. But many times we struggle with building each other up. And it is our own hardened hearts to which it disables us from being able to really contribute to one another. So Jesus is reminding each of us here that we should place all of our hearts, all of our talents, all of our skills, all of our abilities to really fulfilling the love of God. That being said, we should strive to continue to work together to build each other up. As all of us here are given this big project in our life, to which we are currently doing at this present moment in life, and that is to build God's kingdom. To fully build God's kingdom, it's not that easy, because there's a lot of people who have different thoughts, and sometimes it can be hard to work with one another. So I challenge you today to strive to continue to cooperate with other people, to help other people build up the kingdom of God, so that each one of us here can really see God's loving presence. And we should not strive to push the heavy burden amongst one another. And so that is pretty much of what I want to go over in today's Holy Gospel, as it is a continuation of yesterday's Gospel, which talks deeply about how we are not clean on the inside. So let us continue to be clean on the inside as we strive to serve one another. And today we commemorate the memorial of Saint Teresa of Avila. And one of the things that we should know about Saint Teresa of Avila is she dedicated her life to prayer, and that she strives to continue to serve other people to the extent that she helped build up monasteries. So let us reflect upon Saint Teresa of Avila as we strive to continue to live out our Catholic faith and our Catholic journey, to which all of us here are striving to work towards entering the kingdom of God, as we strive to continue to bring up God's kingdom. I pray for each and every one of you, and may God continue to give blessings to all of us here today.